Hello and welcome to Pressing Play. I'm your host, Jo Fiddy, motivational speaker and menopause mentor. Have you been living in the pause of midlife and quietly wondering, is this it? And ready to ignite your passion and energy and purpose? Then this show is for you. Perimenopause is not the beginning of the end. It's a powerful pivot into your power years. And you, my love, deserve to feel alive while living it. Let's press play. Hello and welcome back to Pressing Play. As you can see, I am not in the podcast studio. I'm actually recording this from a little guest lodge overlooking the mountains and the lake in Bavaria. And you know what's wild? I've lived here for 8 years. This place is only an hour from my home. And this is the first time I've ever done this for myself. Here on my own for 2 days. And I'm sitting on a balcony, looking at the mountains and the water. I keep thinking, why haven't I done this sooner? And I think that's the question so many women are asking themselves now. Because somewhere along the way, many of us learned to pause ourselves, especially in the perimenopausal, menopausal years. And that's what I talk about in episode 1. Do go back and have a listen if you haven't already. Because we've learned to pause ourselves. But not only that, I realize is we've learned to put ourselves at the bottom of the list. Do you feel that too? Like that somewhere we've learned that being a good woman growing up means being responsible, available, accommodating, always thinking about everyone else's needs first. And quite frankly, it's exhausting. It is exhausting. And what if that's exactly why so many women feel flat, disconnected and stuck, especially when perimenopause hits, which makes us even more exhausted. But what's so brilliant about perimenopause is those people pleaser neurons start to go. And I'm not sure about you, but it's like having that wake up call where it's like, hang on a second, what's going on? Do you get that too? Do you feel that at the same time as me? And I think what's happening is we've stopped pressing play on ourselves. And what happens when we do press play? What happens when we do something? Like I've only been here 24 hours and I'm telling you, we get that novelty feeling of doing something new. We get that space to get some perspective. We start to feel more creative as our parasympathetic nervous system starts to relax and we get that part of our brain back. We get that dopamine hit. Play is all about dopamine. We get that dopamine feel-good factor back. It helps wake our brains up. We feel more motivated. We feel more happy. We feel more creative. And when we step away from our usual environment and our usual responsibilities, our brains suddenly have space to ask those important questions. And I'm going to ask you this, my love. What do you want? What lights you up? Because it's fast paced, this life. There is so much going on. And taking a moment and pressing play on ourselves can help us unlock that part of ourselves that's maybe feeling exhausted and resentful. And sitting here looking at these mountains right now, I hope you can see a peek of it. I don't feel selfish. I feel alive. I feel creative. I thought I'd just jump on the pod now. I feel like I'm getting a part of myself back in the wave of what's been going on. And maybe that's the lesson. Pressing play doesn't have to be a huge reinvention. Sometimes it looks like booking a night away, sitting on a balcony, drinking a coffee slowly, because you can, taking a walk. Maybe if the podcast is out there, it's recording a podcast, listening to your own thoughts, giving yourself a little space to breathe, and realizing you've been waiting for permission that was yours to give all along. And as I'm sitting here, these are the questions I'm genuinely reflecting on myself. And I just thought as a collective, let's just have a little session together and ask ourselves the same. And maybe as a collective, we can all press play in this moment. If you can, grab a journal, piece of paper, the notes app, or you can even pause the episode. I know some of you listen to this while you're driving. If you're on my mailing list, and I suggest you do, I will also put the questions in there as well. And if you'd like to, email me your answers because I genuinely read everything and I respond. So do let me know. So here's some questions that I'm asking myself, and I think will help you as well. Press play. What is something that lights you up that you have been putting off? And why haven't you done it yet? What are you telling yourself? What's the reasoning behind why you haven't done it? And when was the last time you did something simply because it made you feel alive? And what have you been waiting for permission to do? And if nobody else's opinions mattered, what would you press play on right now? And maybe the biggest question of all, if you don't do it now, then when? Because that's the question I'm asking myself as I sit here today. I've lived here for 8 years, and this is the first time I've come away on my own and done something like this. And all I keep asking myself is, why haven't I done this sooner? So maybe today isn't about having all the answers. Maybe it's simply about giving ourselves permission to ask the questions. Maybe it's about creating enough pause in our lives to hear ourselves again so we can press play. And maybe, just maybe, one answer will be enough to help us press play on our lives a little more. Because I don't think we're here to spend our lives paused. We're here to feel alive. I think we're here to create, to explore, to rest, to laugh, to surprise ourselves, and to remember who we are beyond our responsibilities. My loves, you don't need permission to feel alive. Press play on the thing that's been quietly calling your name. Let's do this together as a collective. Let's remind each other that it's never too late to press play on ourselves. Until next time, keep pressing play.